Testing 1, 2. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the grand final for the Peel Premier League T20 competition. Thanks to Retravision. One of your callers today, Marty Davis, here with the king of Peel cricket, the master batter himself, John Wiley. How are we, mate? Welcome to the grand final. What's your thoughts tonight?
Yeah, thanks, Marty. Mate, I've got to say, I've been looking forward to this all week, yes. Couple of form sides of the comp. Yeah, I think it would be fair to say at the start of the season you wouldn't have penciled these two teams in to be playing tonight, but I reckon they've hit their peak form at the right time, and yeah, well deserved to be in there tonight, mate. These two teams, Secret Harbour and Pinjarra.
So the news in here at Peelwood, the mecca of Peel cricket, Peelwood Reserve at Hogs Head, Arctic Park as they call it, is that Secret Harbour won the toss, elected to bowl. Now, Snouter, give us your little insight, your analysis, your thoughts on that call and the pitch report for us, please.
Well, mate, we went out and had a look a little while ago, and it does look a little bit less grassy than what it has done in the recent times. It definitely a lot less thatchy. I think it's quite hard. I expect the ball to fly through. I think Fraser Hay is the key for Secret Harbour with the bat-hand ball, as he showed last week, where he took 2 for 9 and he scored his 80-odd off 40-odd balls. Was really instrumental in them winning. So if he starts well, look, he's got a couple of really good batters up against him. Josh Thomas, like the Somerset professional, he's taking strike first ball. If Fraser can find a way through him, it will go a long way to deciding this game, I think, because Thomas has been in really good form.
He has 51 in the last hit out of 47, as we got Josh Thomas to face the brand new white Peel from the rooster end of Fraser Hay. Dot ball up early, and that's the way you want to start your cricket. Dot ball early, and we love to see it. Josh Thomas and Jaron Morgan to be facing off against the Secret Harbour Dockers, the Purple Brigade, the Purple Army, the Purple Rain, ready to go against the Yellow and Black. As Hay steams on in the rooster end to Thomas and just gets on his front foot, blocking a good length delivery, watching the ball early. It's going to be a battle between these two, and it's going to be a game that we don't know what's going to go. It's going to be a game within a game.
It's been a very measured start, isn't it, from both teams here, mate? Just feeling each other out here.
As Hay runs on in from the rooster end, gets it on a good length, tucks it around, does Thomas, just dropping it to the square leg fielder. And 1 run there. Very easy start. Wins, can't say too early as it starts to pick up, but the wind's going to play massive into this game, blowing and swirling around. And we know the difference when the lights get turned on here, Johnny. There's Hay. Go to Morgan, first ball, dances down a little and just drives it on the offside for a dot ball.
Mate, the breeze we normally see here is what you'd call the Fremantle Doctor. It's the prevailing wind, the sou'wester, but this is a bit unusual tonight. It's more a southerly, maybe with a little bit of easterly in it. So it's a different breeze, and hitting to the Red Rooster side, it will be a big advantage.
Be a huge advantage. As Hay to Morgan. Morgan's trying to go aggressive early. Dot ball. Bit shorter in length there. Hay tries to change it up a little bit.
These two, Hay and Morgan would have played against each other a lot in Perth in Premier Cricket.
Yeah.
Both fantastic cricketers at that level.
We go Hay to Morgan. Just changes the length up, gets it on the odd side, down the ground for 4 runs. Good start early. Getting it going. The first over done, completed of this grand final with a beautiful shot for 4. Lovely work there, John Wiley.
Yes, mate. Well, Morgan is he's a class act, mate. Has played 1 game for the Scorchers, I think, a few years back, and a former Australia 19 representative. So he's supremely talented, and we didn't see the best of him last week, or 2 weeks ago, sorry, but I think if he can bat for 10 overs tonight, well, that's going to be really exciting stuff for all of us.
Big players come in big games, and that's what I feel that the man in Jaron Morgan might be. The Joondalup product, Scorcher, under 19, second 11 cricket, a lot of experience. We've got the Englishman to get ready for the second over. Here we go, the first over from the Brewery end. Full toss and just getting a little bit over it. Not too much underneath it is Thomas. It's going to be tough bowling from that end, I feel, today, John Wiley, as the breeze is pushing it right across and making it difficult for the bowler to hit their line and length. We get it in from Brewery end, just changes the length on it. Does Thomas, and scurries through for a single after tucking it backwards to the fine leg fielder.
Yeah, Khan was impressive last week too, wasn't he, mate? Remember he was really tight early, and he had a lot of change-ups and kept the pressure on.
Yes, Khan, very nice, very handy. Kept that pressure on when it was needed as well. Both teams won their respective finals. One against the White Knights, the dangerous White Knights, and then the Harbour boys against the dangerous Mariners. Morgan just trying a elusive, huge drive outside off for Khan. Give yourself a bit of a chance there. We've in very lucky conditions here. We've got the man, the head dog, the big dog in Tim Lees joining us in commentary once again tonight. Hopefully to hear about his 195 about 20 years ago, as we got Khan in blocking is Morgan from the Brewery end.
Leesy's looking sharp too, isn't he?
Looking $1 million. You'd think he's going for a episode of Married at First Sight, looking like that. It's like it's his wedding day all over again. When I grow up, I want to look like Tim Lees. As we got Khan in from the Brewery end. To Jaron Morgan, who just gets it over the top of the infield. His man coming around, just finds the spot where we need it. Gets the 2, gets the double. Smart shot there from Morgan, just trying to get it over the top of that infield.
Yeah, I don't think he got as much of it as what he would have liked, but he cleared the infield and into the gap, so well played.
As Khan in from the Brewery end, just changing the line, getting on that back foot, and just gets it around, finds the bloke at slip, and scurries through for a single for a leg bye. End of the over. Sammy Richards, score update for me.
Earlier in the day, Secret Harbour won the toss and elected to bowl. The second over is now complete. 4 from it, as Josh Thomas is on 2 and Jaron Morgan on 6. Pinjarra are none for 9.
Thank you very much, Sammy. Thanks to Retravision. Love the stats. And rumour has it, he's a little Golden Globe back there. Won an award, Golden Globe.
Yeah, I remember he gave you a bit of stick last week about your batting, but Sammy has got the big golden duck on the weekend.
Big golden duck.
He's been pretty quiet about it too, isn't he?
Yep. He talked up his 6 for 9. Like, don't get me wrong, good on you, mate. But golden duck, slower bowl, full toss, on-off stump, I heard. And he missed one. Must be a number 12. As Fraser Hay comes in from the rooster end to Jaron Morgan, he's just leaning on that back foot, just getting it down to the long on fielder for a cheeky single. Hay's going to be crucial here, and Morgan's looking like he wants to get it going. Let's get the party started. The key here to me is Fraser Hay's performance in this game for Secret Harbour. As he goes to Thomas, who's trying to just get it around, going down leg, wide bowl. Just trying to nurture that one over the rope, or towards the rope there, Joshy Thomas.
Change of angle too, mate. He's now coming around the wicket.
Around.
Trying to cut down the angle there.
But I do feel there's more keys that can assist with winning this game for Pinjarra over Secret Harbour after of the games I've seen, as Thomas goes over the top and just finds the vacant land and gets a single. Just trying to get it going. Like I was saying, John Wiley, I feel like there's one key here for the Dockers, and that is the man that has ball in hand right now. 80 odd last week with 9 sixes. Well, 80 exactly, 9 sixes in that, and a 2 for 9 off 4 in instrumental performance against the District Boys. As he comes in from the rooster end to Morgan, trying to cut, well watched in there by Carmen. Morgan's just trying to get it going, John Wiley.
Yeah, you'd think that Pinjarra maybe has a few more strings to their bow, maybe, with the likes of Thomas and Morgan. The big hitting Adam France will be in the next, will be batting 3 or 4, and also veteran Jamie Lee, who's been in good form this year too.
Yep. As we get Hay in good length, cutting over, caught, there's the scorcher, and a big wicket of Jaron Morgan, caught in a gully position, trying to just guide it over the top. Wackes Khan gets the big wicket with the hands. Well, Hay, the man we're talking about, picks up an important pole of the opening batters. John Wiley, what's your thoughts here? What's going through? What do you think should have happened or could have been done better?
Oh, I just think Morgan's maybe undone by a little bit of lack of pace in the pitch there. I think he's expecting it to come on a little bit quicker than what he did, and unfortunately didn't have the legs to get over the top of the fielder at backward point there. But a nice catch. He's probably a little bit lucky, the fielder, in that if that was, say, on the other side of the field with the breeze, that might have gone over his head. But fortunately for him, it just hung up from the breeze a little bit, and he took a good catch.
Very nice catch with the going into that wind as well. So it is swirling as the new man walks out to the crease. Will face up for the first bowl in Adam France. One of the keys here. 2 keys at the crease. 17 off 17, and saw a shot hit halfway up the light pole at the rooster end, and I still can see it in my mind of going absolutely bang.
You saw a big one last week. Albert Estenhuizen last week. Yeah. A big one as well.
Estenhuizen, huge. Some absolute massive sixes we've seen by all the teams down here at the Retravision Peel Premier League, and these are our 2 best ones that have come out, has been sieved out of the crop, and we've got 2 left over. With Fraser Hay to have 2 goes at getting the other big man in, back in the sheds in Adam France, as it's Hay to France. And just on the back foot, blocking. That's over. Umpire's called it over, but I feel the thoughts in the box here is I think it might be 1 short.
Yeah, just glancing over to the super scorer Terry McNeil, and he had a look of consternation on his face there. The Pinjarra had been dudded a ball there. Yeah. Terry's just saying it. Hayes been dudded an extra ball as well. So
1 bail, you could say. It's the man in Wackes Khan. Graces the Peel Premier League. In from the Brewery end to Josh Thomas. Just tries to guide that down to second slip, I want to say there, John Wiley. It looks more of a second than a first. Just looking for those ones that are just going to be more of a push cut shot, knowing that it's not going to go straight down to the first slip's throat.
Yeah, there's no fielder down there, is there, mate? So I think they've only got one out at the moment, and that's deep fine.
Deep fine and a deep long off, as Josh Thomas just gets a nice one through the offside in the point region, getting back for 2. Good running there, boys. Yeah,
Thomas has used the breeze nicely there, isn't he? Just got it up in the air and it just took it away from the fielder.
Just got to have to build his innings. Man out at long off, and the man that was in a deep square leg, Big TJ, coming in. As Wackus brings it in from the Brewery end. Bowls him! Opens up the angle, going around the wicket and flashing lights at Peelwood Reserve as the big hitter. The structured batsman of Josh Thomas, the county man, walks back to the sheds. Very good Yorker, and we've been saying it a lot, John Wiley, that they need to be aiming for those stumps, hitting those stumps, getting those wickets.
Mate, I reckon that was really good captaincy too from Secret Harbour, because he actually brought up the deep fine fielder and brought him up to short fine, and he put the fielder out to deep point. And that encouraged Thomas to hit across the line and try to boundary down a fine leg, and he's been clean ripped. So, yeah, all credit to the Secret Harbour captain there. Pretty astute work there from him.
Paul Craig pulling the strings. Very smart, experienced cricketer. As Jamie Lee walks out to the middle. Was probably thinking, I shouldn't be in and during the power play. I thought at least one down after the power play, but you know what? Time to stick in. Time to make my mark here and help my team get a competitive score.
A very experienced cricketer, Jamie. He'll know exactly what to do in this situation. Played a lot of cricket right around the world, was Jamie, so yeah, he'll be all over it here.
As Wackus in from the Brewery end to Lee. Oh, it's gone! Lights going! Hit! Gone! Bowled! Bat, pad, wicket! See you later, mate! Golden Quacker! You're in Sammy's territory now! Did a bit of everything there. Donald Duck, here you are.
Sammy Richards, yeah, he's sort of feel Jamie's pain there. Yeah, suffered the same fate as Jamie there. Looked like might have been a little slower. Ball hit him on the pads, and it looked like it's just trickled back on and just dislodged the bails there. We saw the zingers going off there, so very unfortunate there, Jamie.
Bat onto pad onto wickets. Unlucky, big man, but you know how that would feel this weekend, wouldn't you, Sammy? Hey, 11 more to go, big man. I don't know, I'll take the 20. As Foley walks in, hat-trick bowl. Go long, son. Or do you just say, not now?
No, I wouldn't be planning too many expansive shots at the moment. I'd probably see off the hat-trick ball. And, yeah, just no great risks at the moment, I wouldn't have thought.
This is the third hat-trick bowl that I've witnessed this year in the PPL, the Retravision PPL. And oh boy, it is an extraordinary tournament here. Turns left and right everywhere. You almost think it's like Bathurst. That many corners. That much going on.
Yeah,
As I almost had Lazy laughing up his sun-kissed.
They've got a slip in too, man. I like that. Trying to Trying to take the wickets. I like it.
Everyone up. They're all in the ring. First slip in place. Wackers Khan. Hat trick. To Foley. Leaving it outside off. Dot ball. Good one to finish off the spell of wickets. And now the Pinjarra lads will be thinking, mate, let's just set some foundations here.
What they say too, mate, you take 3 wickets in the power play, you generally win the game too. So
Absolutely. Putting themselves on the platform for success are the Dockers. And trying to play an expansive shot. Carmen having a back up because Khan has put the pace on. Sammy Richards, give us the update, buddy.
End of the 4th over, 2 from it, and a wicket of Josh Thomas on 5, and a golden duck with Jamie Lee going first ball. Adam France is on 0, and Jake Foley is still on 0. Pinjarra are 3 for 14.
3 for 14 after 4. Sitting at not a great 3.25 run rate. You'd think these two would want to build the foundation, build the base, and start getting going by at least over 10 as Hay looks to pounce. Like a Melbourne Cup winner ready to go. As he circles back round, looking at his compatriot at the other end in France, just blocking. Nice loud calls there. You would say having a quiet overall 2 here for Pinjarra might be a good thing. Maybe getting the 1s and 2s, maybe a 4 off the over would be a good thing, just to build that base up and get these two going.
Yeah, they just cannot afford to lose any more wickets, mate. Particularly France.
Hey, into France. Foolish ball. Umpy. Straight into him, and I feel like that was going down the ground for 4 runs, and the umpires say 4. It's like when they're in the AFL when an umpire marks it, and you think it's hit him square on the elbow there. That's ringing. That's Bakes.
He's a tough man, Bakes. I think he's fine. He's just ringing the right arm there, and he's back to it.
Oh no! Can't. What? No firing over there. You don't want it.
Not this innings.
As we see Fraser Hay think to himself, lucky to get away with that one. It's a bit of a field change here, Johnny. What can you see? Hay in from the Rooster end. And a big root edges up. Soft hands there. From big Adam France. Nice soft hands, not making it go anywhere, just letting it die down early. Umpire still looking in pain, and I don't blame him. As Hay looks to strike once again. Hay into France, just get a bit more bite on the shorter length. Hay jumping up. France jumping up and blocking it. Calls for hitter in from the sheds.
Hey, started well again, isn't he, mate? So he's
Yeah.
got 1 for 8 into his 3rd over.
And we learnt that you just bowl him out. Got to keep the machine going. As Hay gets it into Adam France, trying to go large. Just a play in the miss. Dot balls. One to come in the over. 7 dots in a row. Trying to send a message. I think you'll find it's 9 dots with the 2 wickets. Popping! No! Make that 10 dots. 10 dots, and in that 2 wickets. We're going to be changing over now. We've got the man in Tim Lee's back. Once again, he had a week off and a week on. Here we go. The big man back again, looking suave.
Thank you very much, Marty Davis. Jeez, he's like Roger Ramjet tonight, isn't he, John? He's had his proton pill and he's up and about.
He is on fire, the big man.
And already I've strapped myself into a V8 supercar. I've been around Mount Panorama. What other puns has Marty got in for us?
He's
tonight,
got a couple.
John?
He's got a couple of big ones that he's just waiting to unleash, mate.
Yeah, I'm not going to take him on because I'm kind of like feel like he's just going to tear me down. Take us through the situation in this match. The buzz around the inside as I grab my Fanta and Snickers bar, customary, as Khan coming in now. What a start to this grand final. He schnicks it through, second, third. They've got the first in there. But while we're on the subject of Khan, John, what a performance so far from him.
He's been a revelation, mate, the last couple of weeks. See, the problem is we don't see a lot of these guys because they're down playing in the B grade comp, so we don't appreciate the skill level that some of these guys have got. And he's been outstanding the last couple of games. Certainly underrated. Could have almost had another one there too, mate, because the ball squirted through slips there.
So 3 for 15 inside this sixth over, and Phil Craig, we spoke to him pre-match, won the toss and bowled. I'm going to get your thoughts on whether that decision was the right one and what you would have done, Snout. As Khan in again, pitched up, driving in the air through cover. They come back for the second, but France just gets the single. And the last over, I felt like one of those cracks he was trying to hit that light tower again straight, wasn't he, John?
Yeah, he's certainly trying to give it everything, Big Hooter. Unfortunately, he missed it. I would like to have seen how big he could hit one.
Yeah, so winning the toss and bowling. Snout as Khan comes in, pitched up outside half. I think in the end he is playing and missing. Foley almost looked like one of those ones where you pull the bat away at the last minute, Snout. But talk us through the winning of the toss and bowling.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have done. I would have, because it's a final. I would have won the toss and batted. But maybe they saw something in the pitch that we didn't, because it's certainly been vindicated at the moment.
Yeah, well, Joe Duxbury certainly agreed with you, John, as that's schnick straight to first, and they've taken their 4th wicket. Incredible. And the purple party is on, John Wiley.
The purple haze, mate, has been on fire in Mandurah the last few days, and it still is on the Tuesday. Yeah, that's that man Khan again, isn't it?
Incredible it is. It's his 3rd wicket. And as Bakes set, as umpire Chris Baker copped an absolute steamer on the elbow, Snout, and I know you mentioned he's tough, but wow, if that's got him around the tendon or elbow area, anything could be happening. So not sure if Peel, pretty sure I did see umpire Peter Burton around, so they would have a reserve umpire. But I don't think I've seen that happen very often, John, in a final, an umpire having to be replaced from being impacted by a ball.
No.
It's probably something that would happen a bit more often when you think about it.
Yeah, mate, I'm sure it does. But look, I've played and seen a lot of cricket, and I've never ever... I saw it happen to country once where we had an older umpire who was about 40 degrees and it was a bit hot.
I thought that's where you were going.
Yeah, it was about 40 degrees, it was stinking hot, and he decided he didn't want to come back after the drinks break.
I still remember, I've got the funniest story about, there was a guy, I think it was that year that I captained the thirds and made about 2 runs in 5 innings. That's a whole other story, but this guy had little woolen gloves he used to wear. And yeah, I smashed it onto my inside pad for a golden duck in one game. It's Khan in again from the southern end. Well bowled, front foot defence, Pinjarra. But yeah, I know what you mean. There was a few umpires in those lower divisions that some afternoons that finger went up real quick.
Yeah, particularly when you was the second part of the game, and there was an establishment right next door, and he went there for a look, and he never come back. So.
Well, Snout, I think at 4 for 16, Phil Craig's on the money with winning the toss and bowling as coming down the wicket, Matthew Hayden-like. Is that right and checks your body can't cash, or do you like the attacking mindset, John?
I haven't seen much of Davis play before, mate. Maybe that's just the way he goes about it. It is a little bit Hayden-esque, isn't it? Walking at the quicks there.
I don't mind it. It's something I would do, but I get out all the time.
Yeah, and Hayden didn't really, did he?
So, yeah, I probably shouldn't be giving batting advice out as Bake's there, Chris Baker, courageously still out there after copping one. That's the end of the power play, Snout. So, as the skipper here, Phil Craig, he's got a few people helping him out. Fraser Hay. Let's have a look at this field set. Where's your mind at? You're right on top. 4 for 16. It's almost like foot on the throat stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what Skipper Craig's doing here. We talked about last week whether he should replace Hay after his third over, and he decided to keep going, and he got another wicket in his fourth over, and I think he's thinking the same here, and I like it. He's thinking wickets, and we get another one here, particularly the wicket of France. They're right on top.
Oh, look at this. This is an alpha if I've ever seen it. Fraser Hay in from the northern end, pitched up to probably arguably the other alpha from the other team, Adam France. He's done that well, just tucked it into mid-wicket, got down the other end. Smart batting, Snout.
Yeah, no, he's experienced cricketer now, France. He obviously thinks the best place to bat at the moment is from the other end.
I did have a quick yarn to him pre-match, John, and I said that I'd done a door knock along that area there just to vacate the premises for tonight, and he liked it. He gave me that cheeky little grin down. Well, let's face it, he's huge. I was looking up at him.
Yes, he's a big unit. He's Hooter. If he can hit another one half as big as the other one, mate, be happy with that he keyed it a couple of weeks ago.
Tell you what, there's a few country football teams that wouldn't mind him charging out at full forward, I reckon, at the moment as well. As Hay in from northern end. Oh, slow ball bouncer, and that's a little bit too wide in the end. So Fraser Hay, though, in his last over, and impressive figures here. It's really been an incredible bowling partnership. You can't have a run like Ahmed Khan's without just pure individual brilliance. I know you can, but it certainly helps when you've got another bloke up the other end putting the pressure on, John. As Hay comes in again from the northern end. Oh, that's shot off the wicket.
Yes, that length, isn't it? It's been there all season, mate.
How you playing that?
You need a bit of luck to miss that one, mate. But it's probably nipped off the wicket too, so you got to be in real good form to hit that. So he had similar figures last week. Hey, he had 2 for 9 off his 4, and he's got 1 for 10 well into his fourth over now.
Here we go. Fraser Hay charges in again for the northern end. Pitched up. Sandshoe crusher. Bit too wide in the end, and it's squirted through to gully. But dot ball. And so far, good dot ball pressure, John, and that makes it a lot easier to set a field to.
It does, mate. They are really well on top, aren't they? 4 for 18. Well onto the 7th over. What a tremendous start by the Dockers.
And we'll talk about my choice of jacket tonight in a minute as Fraser Hay in again, advancing down the wicket again, Davis, and smashes it straight to cover, dot ball, but again, really trying to take the game to Secret Harbour, and why wouldn't you, John? When you're in pressure, attack is the best form of defence.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to change the length of Fraser Hay here. He's just trying to upset it a little bit.
Hay comes in outside. Well, in the end, it was middle and leg. It's just dropped in at mid-wicket, and they get down the other end. So another smart single. So it looks like 4 for 19 with almost 7 overs gone. John, this pressure is building. You just feel like some big shots are coming.
Yeah, no, I do, mate. Yeah, no. Yeah, you just feel that the way Adam France plays, that there is a big shot coming.
I don't know if you want to share that quick text that just came up on your phone. I thought that was quite a humorous comment as France just drops it in at mid-wicket and they get through for the single.
Yeah, I just had a comment come through it. I better not say it was from, but I'm related to him. But he did say, it looks like it's a honking pitch. Well, I'm not sure the pitch is that bad, really. I mean, it's certainly not a 4 for 19 pitch.
I think you find that northern end Snout. We spoke about it. Phil, Craig. Anyway, straight over to Sam quickly.
End of the 7th over, 4 from it with Matt Davis on 1 and Adam France on 3. Pinjarra are 4 for 20.
It seems to be that northern end plays quite tricky, and I don't know whether it's always completely accurate, but over these games I feel like it's harder to face it when you're facing the bowler bowling from the northern end.
Yeah, and it's not just somebody bowling fast, it's spin as well, doesn't it? It kicks off. It looks like short of a length. I don't think it's just one pitch either. It looks like the whole square seems to be a bit the same.
You know what one performance comes to mind is Brad Williams for Warnbro that night. That left arm off 3 or 4 steps, bowled absolute hand grenades and took 5 wickets and absolutely tore apart Singleton, I think it was. But yeah, you're right. Whether it's pace or spin, or like me and you bowl, mate, a bit of dibbly-dob, seems to actually play well from that northern end. Here we go, Khan again. What an entertainer tonight. That's a nice shot from France. Advances down towards long on. Nice drive. They come back for the second. Oh, Davis there like a jackrabbit. Good running, Snout.
Wasn't it? Yeah. I'm not sure Big France would have got back, but Matty Davis certainly had the skates on and made it easily. Yeah, good running.
Retravision Peel T20 Grand Final action. Secret Harbour. Back-to-back Grand Finals. Devastation of last year. Is it driving them tonight? So far it's looking good. Pitched up on middle stump. Leading edge by France. They get away with it and they get the single. And Snout, so far Davis has been very aggressive. Do you think it's going to continue?
Yeah, I think it should. I think it should continue too, mate. He's just trying to put the bowlers off their lengths.
He certainly had a good look over here at deep mid wicket, hasn't he? And what do you think here? Over square leg as well. Phil Craig, I think he's purposely leaving that open. So we've got the third man quite fine.
I think it's a dangerous shot, mate, because he's right into the teeth of the breeze there.
Everyone is up, though. Only 2 out at the moment. Well bowled. Ozzy nicked it. The keeper thinks he has. Oh, and then he's grinning away. I had this conversation with Joe Duxbury pre-match. Wicket keepers, they're pests, but their energy brings a lot. That was a little bit cheeky.
Yes, they are a different breed, aren't they, at times, keepers? Like fast bowlers.
Surely that's a red note at the fine session at the end of tonight, mate. As Khan comes in from the southern end. Short of a length, middle stump. Davis drops it and runs, and I feel like this is a bit of a consolidation here, Snout, and not a smart... Well, it is a smart move. I think if you can still get 3 figures with their bowling attack, they're so even, and you know they can actually exploit a fair bit. They could even defend 100. We've seen 80 get defended.
Yeah, we were talking before the match. They have an attack that's dominated by spinners too, which is always... They're always handy on these pitch.
Khan comes in. Slow ball, outside off, and France, back foot cover drive. Silky. And it almost goes for 4, just stops. And back in the day, I remember them being called damn it balls.
Yes.
Or are they the ones that just go over the line?
Yeah.
Sorry, I think it's the other way around.
Well, fortunately tonight we have a white line going around the oval, so we can see the boundary. Most games you don't have that. You just got cones, so you don't really know. So it depends if you're in front of the members or not.
I do remember a Bill Lawry explanation of that when you're chasing a ground ball and you think you're going to get it, and then at the last minute it goes over the line anyway. So you've sprinted all of that way for nothing. I think in Marty Davis, in his local afternoon C grade, would you sort of probably relate to that? You're not going to chase that far, are you?
I don't think Marty's sprinting too much, mate.
As Khan comes in around the wicket, right arm from the southern end, wrapped off the pads, edge from Davis, and it goes through square leg.
To be fair, Johnny,
So grand final action.
I do run a bit. I try and get the sprint up. I would, from those ones, I'd probably kick them over so you have the 4 runs. Unlike you've ran 3 already, you can have the 4 though.
So 8 overs gone in this grand final. And it's Secret Harbour at the moment. A dominant start. And they are grinning like the Cheshire cat. They've won the toss, elected to bowl. And former Maestro batsman John Wiley has questioned that decision a couple of wickets ago, and I think now he's probably moving his poker chips over towards a different box, I dare suggest.
Definitely, mate. I've changed camp now. That's definitely the right thing to do. Just having a look at the score.
Oh, look, to be fair as well, with those 3 quick wickets, you know, I think with another one to Khan, that's just really swung it around. But I feel like this partnership is really, really important. And another wicket now, you could almost think Secret Harbour could really get this wrapped up pretty quickly.
Yeah, particularly if they get the wicket of France. He's pivotal to this whole innings.
Here we go. Seidel comes in from the northern end. Well pitched up and cutting is Davis. It's just behind square. The sweeper comes around. They get 2. So just bowling a little bit wide. Really want to attack the stumps, don't you, from that northern end snout?
Yeah, you do. Just a warm-up though, mate, from Seidel, so I'll surely find his radar soon.
Where do you reckon his zone is here, Davis, quickly?
Outside off, mate.
So, oh, geez, that's gone straight off the wicket.
That is.
And the honking pitch call from our text line is on the money. John Wiley, I'll serve you some cream with your humble pie.
That has come out of nowhere, isn't it? That is just kicked.
We could almost call the game off. That's dangerous.
Looked like it off his shoulder or something. Terry McNeil, the Pinjarra scorer, is not happy.
It's unlike me to be dramatic, but that was ridiculous. Oh, just been absolutely fed by Tezza O'Neill. No, love it. Massive respect from you. I'll take that. I just got a little bit too excited then, didn't I, John? What happened there, though? Anyway, Seidel comes in again, and that's down leg. And that effort by the wicketkeeper, he's redeemed. And that reminds me of that Bermuda guy taking that horizontal catch in the World Cup.
Yes.
Don't you reckon? I reckon there's going to be memes popping up around. Secret Harbour boys are going to have a field day with that, I reckon. Seidel in again from the northern end. France advances and tries to smoke him straight over towards the light tower area. And if you weren't tuned in their last match, Adam France hit the biggest 6 we've all seen at this ground. Was on its way up and it almost hit the light globes in the tower directly. Well, it's directly west, isn't it? If you're batting from the southern end facing the northern end bowler, and Seidel at the moment, the Englishman, this is a tidy over, John.
Yeah, apart from that one down the leg side, mate, it's been exceptional, isn't it? He's only gone for a couple of runs.
I've asked you what Phil Craig's feeling, because I know Marty Davis is coming on again very soon, but I want you to put your head in Joe Duxbury for Pinjarra. As France, again, they drop it at mid-wicket. Smart batting, they get the single. That brings them to 4 for 33. Yeah, what do you think Joey's thinking?
I think he's thinking just consolidation. If these two guys can be around for another, say, 10 overs, and they might score, say, 70 or 80, it takes them to 100, 110, and you just never know in a final. I think batting at a first in a final is worth another 20 runs, so... It's a funny old game, mate. Cricket, as we always say.
And I always say as well, if good all-rounders miss out in one form, they're going to probably have a decent performance in the other. Like Morgan and Thomas, they've both missed out. They'll be desperate to perform with the ball, won't they? And we know they can.
Oh, they're both exceptional cricketers, mate. They'll be looking to redeem themselves for sure.
All right, here we go again. Seidel to finish his over off. Davis comes down early and pogos him over mid-wicket. Almost gets it to the boundary in the end. Got a sweeper. And it's 2 to Davis. This is almost Constus-like. I know you love that type of batting. Reverse laps.
A left-hand Constus. No. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Constus, but anyway.
I've dug up a few skeletons there.
We'll see it. We'll see at the Wacker on Thursday how he goes. On a pitch that bounces above knee height.
Oh, John Wiley making huge comments here on the broadcast. Loving, that's wrapped him on the pads on the full. Seidel, tidy over, and Davis trying to come down the wicket again, and that's the over. 9 overs down, so one more over. And we'll get the king of puns, Marty Davis, back on. Huge broadcast tonight, and I think Sammy's got a score check for us.
End of the ninth over, 7 from it, with Matt Davis on 7 and Adam France on 9. Pinjarra a 4 for 35.
Sam, quickly before you hand it back to Snout, your thoughts on Khan's spell?
I thought it was pretty good. Good pace, bit of swing, I think, and looked to put it in good areas.
Love it. Sam Richards. Sam Richards, junior maestro with the ball. Just been seeing him just working that seam up behind us. He's always got a ball in his hand. You know, I used to sleep with the cricket ball growing up, and a football in footy season. Your thoughts on that soon? Snouters, we've got to change a bowler. Oh, there's a hole in his bat, John. He's missed it. And France, he's talking about his motion there with his glove. But what's that carry on? A bit of mayo?
Bit of May. He's probably thinking I should hit it for 6, but speaking of, I heard today the warning's been gone 3 years today.
Oh. It's devastating.
Speaking of legends, yeah.
Wow. I'll be interested to hear what your first thoughts or memory of Warren, and that's a big shot down towards long on. He's coming around and he's taken the catch. And Secret Harbour take the huge wicket of Adam France. And John Wiley, back of a length. It was probably in the slot, didn't quite get enough of it. Straight down the throat of long on.
Yeah, we were just saying that France is he's the pivotal wicket, isn't he? And Secrets have just taken it. Yeah, that's a massive wicket. Good catch. We always find that under the lights here that they're difficult to take. And he took it beautifully, and nice bowling change there.
And right,
bringing right on. Yeah,
that was the right change to make for Secret Harbour, and he had the right moves last game as well. Taking the hat trick. We saw him live. I think that was the weekend you were down south, and we had the king of Hillman, Troy Lovegrove, on the mic stepping in. But yes, I've seen this fella take a hat trick. I wanted to give the mic over in between wickets, but this fella's taken a hattie, and he's been hogging all the hattie action. So I'm just going to hang in here, because if he takes his next wicket, I'm probably going to do a circle of both of these tables and get a reaction out of Tezza. Because even he muttered just before, "Oh, that's a big wicket." Sorry, mate, but I threw you under the bus there.
He's really gone out on the limb there saying it's a big wicket, old Tez there, isn't he?
No, he's got to say he didn't say it. Otherwise, he'll drive home to pitchforks and flaming torches in Pinjarra. All right, big action here. It's the Retravision Peel T20 Grand Final at the moment. Secret Harbour. Wow, they're right on top. They've got Pinjarra 5 wickets down, and they're in licorice all sorts. As Wright has come on and just takes the wicket. It's as easy as that, Snout, in a grand final.
Yeah, apparently. I remember Sammy Costley a couple of weeks ago playing against Baldivis. He got dropped early, and it proved to be Costley, so...
Right, comes in again from the southern end, or outside off, just well bowled. And just doing all the right things tonight is Jaden. And I think I've overused that pun more than Marty has. Remember that kitchen fits game? He's throwing the kitchen at it, and that was ridiculous. We actually had to rein him in a bit, didn't we? Right, comes in again, slow ball bouncer outside off. And he sighted that one pretty well. Costly.
They're using the pitch well, aren't they? Just using the conditions well, aren't they? Just recognise there's a little bit in the wicket. I mean, just bowling into the pitch a little bit, getting a little bit out of it.
Secret Harbour, they've come to play tonight, haven't they, John Wiley? As Wright comes in, rolls their wrist over, another slow ball that's played through the cover region. Costly, they try to bustle back for 2, but they just get the single. And I'll hand over the mic back to Marty Davis. Big call here as Secret Harbour. Can they keep that one hand on the cup so far?
Thank you, Tim Lees, absolute master. I don't think I'm the king of puns. I'm pretty sure he is. I haven't taken his title yet, John Wiley, but thank you for jumping on the Pummobile earlier. During the little changeover here, just want to bring up the fact that Sammy Richards has found a stat that Someone in the commentary box here has got one more duck than me. So I think all the slack has to go off me, Mr. Lees.
What?
21 ducks for Tim Lees, but he does have a high score of 193, which I want a ball by ball play throughout the day. But Dabbing Jays looking to bring some turn and hopefully get Costley going. Yes, no, yeah, nah. Bit of a jump and a hop there from M. Davis. Can we put his name, put his score next to my stats and make it look good? Dabbing Jays brings it in to Costley, sweeping. Got some pop. Bit of leg spin going on. He's very nice.
We see it every game there, Marty. Spin from that end, it just bounces off that length.
As we've got Dabbing Jays in from the rooster end. Costley cutting. Out to the man. Sweeping around into the point position. 1 run. 5 for 36. Off 10. 3.6 and over. And the big wicket of France is gone. We saw Khan just doing Whackers things. It's his night. It's Whackers Khan's night. He's got what? 3 wickets for not much. A catch. What's going through? We'll get your thoughts after this bowl, John Wiley. As Dabbing Jays, guessing it to Davis. Plays an odd shot for Nort. Bit shorter, John Wiley. Oh, every time we get you on, you just want to go. Dabbing Jays to Davis, moving down, dancing. Getting through his over. And there's a man very quickly, and there's a man in the Pinjarra dugout who can get through him as well. There's Dabbing Jays in. Davis getting right on that back foot, trying to hook it over. Costley, a good runner as we saw against the White Knights, comes back for 2.
That was a highlight against the Knights, wasn't it, mate? There's those Costley and I think Darnley at the end. They're running between wickets.
Running was
outstanding. Yeah, we really won in the game in the end.
If you're Duxbury right now, what's going through your head as the batting captain? Obviously, you're in a little bit of a pickle, 5 for 38. What's going through that mind of a captain when you're 5 down, 9 overs to go?
If I was skipper, I'd be thinking, let's just get to 100. Let's just get to 3 figures. It's a significant milestone when you're batting. So just give your bowlers something to work with.
As we know, runs on the board help. As Wright pitches it right up there. 1 run, Costley just getting down low. Getting it right up near the toes there. Coming in from that Brewery end, which has seemed to be the wicket end tonight.
Yeah. I think the problem that Pinjarra's got is that these 2 guys aren't really big boundary hitters, are they? They don't do a lot of 4s and 6s, so it's going to have to be 1s and 2s between the wickets.
Right to Davis, down leg side, wide cold. Try to get a cheeky single into it, but only the 1. I think these 2 are going to need to run the 1s and 2s and get the 8 and over the needed, instead of focusing on going big and going boundaries. Right in from the boundary end, the island end, the Brewery end, as Davis lofts it over the top. Hay makes ground, saves the boundary, getting them 2s. Tells me that. I say, oh yeah, it runs the 1s and 2s, almost gets a boundary there. Trying to prove us wrong is Davis.
It was a nice shot, wasn't it? Even better fielding.
Great fielding for the bloke on the boundary. They've kept the man out there. Long on, long off. Deep third man. It's right in, pitching it. Shortish length, getting it down to fine leg. Was it a fine leg? Long on, long off. And a deep square it was to Davis. As Hay comes up into the ring. to a mid-off regulation for Costley. He goes against right. Top edge, it's up in the air. Man coming around, drops in between the Bermuda Triangle. Run out was on also. 1 run to Costley. I don't think that one will be, but it's okay. Let's keep it going right. Being having a handy over here. Seeing it 1 for... What's that? 1 for 7. As right. Down to Davis, who dances down the wicket. And Hayes having to put the yards in. Great fielding from Hay, the experienced campaigner, as Davis comes back for 2. 1 to come in the over. They've been doing what they needed, John Wiley. Running them 1s, running them 2s.
Yeah, no, I think they're playing well at the moment, the Pinjarra lads.
As right. Into the brewery end, gets it in. Davis hits it in the air, as we know, and juggle, jibble, jangle, gone, wicket. And in classic Davis ways, gets caught out. 8 from it, and I think a very costly wicket there in Matt Davis. And just jangled.
I think, yeah, it just shows that maybe it's just not the easiest to play the crossbat shots on. I think it's just not coming on, and you just saw Davis there, just had trouble timing it and pretty much hit it straight up the air. Geez, it was a nice catch. The wind was taking it away from him, and he held on to a bit of a juggle, bobble, but he took it in the end, took it well.
Watch that bowl the whole way as Darnley walks to the crease. At the end of the over, so he has to sit at the non-striker's end and just think, okay, Costa, what are we going to do? How are we going to go through this? We won it last time. Let's hear from Sammy Richards.
End of the 12th over, 8 from it, and a wicket of Matt Davis on 14. Sam Costley on 4, and Taj Darnley still not to face the ball. Pinjarra are 6 for 47.
Thank you very much, Daffy. In between my stints, I was getting absolutely annihilated from Sammy. He was just giving it to me left, right, and centre. So while on air, I'm going to give him the Daffy Cole. Sucker the fuck attach.
Also got 7 going.
You said it was 9?
7.
You've got 7.
I've got 1.
I've got
7
plenty.
out of 20 is told.
Here it is, Costley in, dabbing at Jay's pitch, finding that bounce like normal, gets 1, cutting it away. There is still that bounce there that in that length that we've known all year, all series long. As we see dabbing at Jays to bowl the first ball to Darnley. We know these two are very good runners between the wicket. We saw it against White Knights. But, oh boy, has Secret Harbour looked for redemption from last year. As Davenant Jays gets it in, reverse sweep on the first ball. Ludicrous. Audacious, that's a word and a half. Johnny Wiley bringing out the thesaurus here. A reverse sweep on your first rock. Jays into Costley. Khan gets another wicket in the hands. Davenant Jays picks it up. And that could be Costley. This wicket. That is 7 down for under 50. Wackers Khan is having a day.
What's he taken? 3 wickets and a couple of catches?
I think it's 2 or 3.
2 or 3 catches, yes. Yeah, he's been outstanding, hasn't he? I mean, that was quite an easy catch, but he never looked like dropping it.
That was beautiful. He looks settled underneath it, and I think it's Geary coming in next. Eddie. Where's Ed? Where's Ed and Ed? With Eddie. No one can think of that Cartoon Network masterpiece of Ed and Eddie. No.
He's a big hitter though, Kim Eddie. So
I think
it is. Yeah, he needs to hit a little cameo of 30 or 40 here, I reckon, for his team.
12.5 down, and So what's that? 7.5 to go. Really need to get going here.
Yep.
This season. So Kim Eddy. Let's hear from Sam Richards with Kim Eddy's stats for the year.
Kim Eddy, 101 runs, an average of 7 with a high score of 32 and a strike rate of 41.
Hasn't really had an opportunity by the looks of it to have a hit.
No.
But he's hit 2 tons in his career, so he's got the batting experience, and I think that's what's needed to have out there with Darnley, is that experience, that batting class. Here comes Big Eddy against Dabbing Jays from the Rooster end, leaving it outside off. Taj Darnley hearing from, once again, the Retravision man after this bowl in Sammy Richards. We'll hear about Taj Darnley as Dabbing Jays into Eddy. Tries to go over the top and is our man underneath it again, almost. 1 run there to Eddy. Big Sammy, let's hear about Taj Darnley.
Taj Darnley has scored 81 runs and average 8.10, high score of 15 and strike rate of 39.
39. Let's hear from you after this bowl, John Wiley, as we get Dabbing Jays to Darnley, sweeping again. Wide bowl called. I thought he hit it, but it's okay. I'm not in the middle. John Wiley.
Well, I think the big problem Penny's got here, mate, is that they're going to be bowled out before their 20's out. They've still got, 7 overs to go, roughly.
Yep.
They only got 3 wickets left.
Only the 3 left, and we saw last week. Blocking, dot bowl, Dabbing Jays. Putting in a classy over, end of the over. Nice work. But we saw last week that Secret Harbour lost overs. Lost batting overs because they just took too long in the field. So if they run out of overs here, Pinjarra, they run the risk of letting them have the full 20 if it is going as slow as last week.
Yeah, they were an over short last week, weren't they? Yeah, so that... when they went to bat against Rocky in chasing, they only had 19 overs, didn't they?
Yeah. So the journeys have been different paths to this grand final, different paths to premiership, you could say. Secret Harbour, the underdogs going in, being in the B grade side, but have been class, experience, youth, all round as right. Brings it in to Eddy, just trying to drive, gets an edge, gets it down to third man. It's just that mixture of experience, youth, some talent in there sprinkled in, has really built a strong side here for Secret Harbour. Well, don't get me wrong, Pinjarra's got a whole lot of talent, a whole lot of youth, and a lot of experience. It's just a different sort of mix.
Yeah, you can see Pinjarra's going to rely a lot on spin. And Secrets have been majority post bowling.
Yeah, as we got right into Darnley, just edging up over, just missing on the catch, is able to get back as they get back up. 2 runs, well run there, Darnley. And he's just like, why are we running 2, mate? It's like me running out there. Like I said, I don't run very much, but if it's 2, I want it off my own bat.
Yep.
So we see right in from the Brewery end to Darnley, tucking it off the hip for a single as Big Carmen drops the bowl. I think he forgot how to throw for a moment there. Is the peanut gallery, though. I think it's the Secret Harbour peanut gallery up in the...
Yeah, I think the Secret boys are pretty happy with the situation of the game, as they should be.
As we see right, steam in from the Brewery end. Eddy up! And the skipper gets his mitts underneath it and gets the big wicket of Kim Eddy. And that might have been the right choice there, bringing him in from the Brewery end as Kim Eddy strolls back into the dugout. And that's 3 for Wright, 3 for 13, 8 for 55.
Yeah, they're in a world of trouble, aren't they, the Penny boys? I know it's Captain Obvious, but they just need a partnership. They just need to try to get to 3 figures, and they need to bat their 20 overs. If they don't, you'd think Secret's going to make short work of it.
Going to make it very quick and easily, and they can just sense it. This might be the only Dockers premiership we see all year, so... Because I know the Freo boys, I don't feel like they're going to get up there, so... If you're a Dockers fan, hopefully you're watching Secret Harbour, because this Dockers team looks like they've got one hand firmly on the T20 PPL Retravision Peel Premier League trophy. But we can't call the early crow just yet. A lot of cricket to play out.
The Secret Harbour boys up in the crowd there, they're pretty happy with themselves up there, mate.
They're up and about.
They're up and about, the lads up there, yep.
Just remind them they did lose the C grade T20 this year, the mid-year T20. As Hodgetts faces his first rock. Dot ball. So they need to win at least one T20, I feel they want. They lost the C grade 1 against the mighty Falcons. Played it, got the medal. Didn't do much. Fell over in the semi-final and ruined me bowling. Depping it down is Hodgetts. End of the over there for Wright. Sammy Richards.
End of the 14th over, 4 from it and a wicket of Kim Eddy on 2, with Taj Darnley on 4 and Jordan Hodgetts on 0. Pinjarra 8 for 55.
Meant to be changing over at the end of the next over, but I cannot see our suave man in the suit jacket. The King of Kings in Tim Lees. He'll be back on soon, unless these 2 wickets come down. Sammy, I know you idolise me, mate. Stop looking at me stats. And we've got Dabbin' Jays bringing it in for the 15th from the Rooster end. Darnley trying to just wants to get the runs going. Hodgetts says, nah, mate. Dabbin' Jays into Darnley. The Rooster end dances down, sweeping. Never seen that before, but it's something new and something I like. 1 run.
What's his name?
John Wiley, have you ever seen someone dance down the wicket and then sweep it?
Not recently, mate. No, it's a very inventive shot.
That's something else, and the young fella's just bringing something new to the game.
T20 cricket, mate. It all happens.
You never know what will happen. As we see Dabbin' Jays load up. Charging the ball into Hodgetts. He's probably looking at the deck with the dot ball, thinking, okay, what is this doing? I'm ready for him to get going. It's Dabbin' Jays into Hodgetts, dot ball.
Looks like there's definitely some bounce there, mate, isn't there? I keep talking about it. It's been there all year, but tonight, it's certainly pronounced.
Here they go. As Dabbin' Jays brings it in to Hodgetts. Finding the spot. Hitting the spot.
Boys on the cans, yeah.
Couple of cans deep as Dabbin' Jays into Hodgetts. Swinging. Hitting his own stumps. Thankfully, Darnley's in his crease. Looked like he got a hold of that.
Yeah, that's certainly the sweetest timed delivery that he's hit all night. Unfortunately, yeah, the wickets are in the way. Needs more of that, though, don't we? Need some more well-timed shots with... How many overs you got left? 4 or 5 to go?
Looks like 5 to go.
5 to go, they're on 56. Yeah, a bit of work to do.
You would hope you get a nice little 44 off the next 5 overs, but that's asking a lot for the tail.
It is, yeah. Particularly when the top order has struggled against this attack, mate, so you'd think that the bottom order is going to have some trouble.
as Wright comes in again from the Brewery end, continuing his spell into Darnley. Pitches it right up, trying to just drive it out to the point. It's been great spell here from Big Wright. As Wright into Darnley, just driving, getting the one, and needing to get that ball moving, get those runs ticking over. As the Holes Head locals are out and about, knowing, oh boy, this could be party time. Here's the man in the suit. Right, brings it in. Hodgetts, edges, gone, another wicket. And Carmen gets the wicket, gets a nice catch, repaying the faith, finally gets it in mitts. And the catch was better than his shooting in a mixed netball game, which isn't very impressive. And that is a quack quack for Hodgetts. As Donald starts walking across the screen. Bring back the Channel 9 duck, I reckon. Something, a thing of beauty. As we see the captain waddle out to the middle. As Wright is on fire. I don't know who the pick of the bowlers is tonight, boys, so I want you to decide between Wright and Khan. Who on the bowling team is up and about? Who's got it?
I'd go Khan because he decimated the top order, mate. He got all the big wickets early up.
I've just caught my breath there after copping the last bit of Martin Davis there, but just got caught up at the canteen area. And I must say, this chips and gravy tonight is outstanding. The consistency, just the overall. I know the chips are just piping hot, just crispy on the outside, just that heavenly hot potato. Anyway, we're going off track. It's the gravy. It's the duck's nuts. Talk us through what's going on here at the moment, mate, because my breath's taken away as we see Wright come in again. Geez, he loves playing T20 cricket. It's up in the air. There's another one gone. Oh, Phil Craig. 10 years ago, he would have snaffled that, and look, he's looking up to the heavens and arms in the air. But Phil Craig, what a night he's had already. He's backed his side in with the ball, won the toss, elected to bowl, and at the moment, 9 for 58. Can I call a wicket tonight? Marty's just been all over it. Oh, he's nicked that, has he? No. So he's had a lap over fine, well, deep fine, but it's gone to the keeper. He's just missed it, John.
Almost went to first slip. Yeah, that's a pretty hard shot to play, actually. But no, secrets, they're all over him. And yeah, and Craig's, that's probably the only thing he's done wrong all night, isn't he? Just misread it under the lights. But we'll give him that one.
Wright comes in again from the southern end here. It's the Retravision Peel T20 Grand Final, and Secret Harbour applying the pressure, and that's the end of the 16th over. Throw it over to Sam for a score check.
End of the 16th over, 2 from it, and a wicket of Jordan Hodgetts for a duck. Taj Darnley on 6 and Joseph Duxbury on 1. Pinjarra 9 for 58.
I reckon if we had a fine session as a commentary team, Davis would be going a few bucks for that. I'm not even going to try and quack. But what do you reckon? What are your thoughts on that one, Snout? Rate that?
No, it was Marty. That's. I think Marty should patent that quack. Yeah,
it's not bad.
Yeah,
it's like a bit of a Michael Winslow.
Oh, Police Academy.
What do you reckon?
Yes.
Spaceballs.
He was good.
Here we go. Love to see a leg spinner bowl from the northern end. How's that appeal? Imagine that on super slow-mo, but Chris Baker, he's got like a force field for histrionics like that, doesn't he?
Didn't move, did he? I think it was a big nick on it, but unfortunately the keeper couldn't hold it.
He had a good dab at that one, didn't he? From the bowling of Dabinat Jays. The leg spinner, right arm over the wicket, and that is an absolute agricultural swat down through long on, but he's going to get away with it for 2. And just chatting with a few of the Pinjarra supporters up there, there's a feeling that they at least need 80 to make a game of this. So really important. Would you sort of agree with that, John? Or
I think they'd definitely like a few more, but 80 would be handy from here.
Let's go. As we go again, and it's hit through cover in the air, one bounce. And almost cries of one hand, one bounce. That would have been out in backyard, but unfortunately, it's not that tonight. It's the Retravision, a big dance.
Yeah,
The
mate,
T20s.
if they're going to get to 80, they need another 20 from this pair.
Can they get it?
Oh, geez, I hope for the game that they can.
Here we go. Pinjarra with the tail trying to wag. Geez, he's dropped that and tried to run. And he just gets back. But Lair rising a little bit, 9 down.
Yeah, there was. I don't think it was one there, mate. Yeah.
Dabinadje's in, drags it in, and that's a slow ball bouncer, an errant ball. And got what it deserved, the big wide. So long on in position, cover sweeper, 3/4, deep mid wicket, deep square as that one's attempted to be driven, and it's got the inside edge off the pad just for a dot ball. So a lot of stages tonight. That scorebook has looked like a dot to dot as it's pitched up and driving straight back to Dabinadje's and another dot. And look, it's just so important, isn't it, Snout? In T20 cricket, dot ball pressure equals wickets or changes of momentum, doesn't it?
Certainly does, mate. And they've been outstanding tonight. We even saw some maidens in the power play. It's unheard of in T20 cricket. Yeah, they've been outstanding tonight.
And Riaz is on. And Riaz, like Khan, can be mercurial. He's been a very good performer in this competition, and few of his warm-ups there looking like a choo-choo train. Steaming in from the southern end, pitched up outside off, smashing cover. Oh, he's caught a screamer. One-handed, lofted shot through the ring in the cover area, and he's plucked it with one hand. Snout, that is a ripper.
There's a little bit of mayo on it, but geez, that is an absolute snare, isn't it? One arm, he's stuck it up and he's plucked it. That is a fantastic way, and that's indicative of the way they played tonight. Actually, they've been brilliant tonight, the Dockers, with the ball.
Look, let's face it, it's full fat mayo. Hellman's, not that fat-free stuff. Don't go near that. But look, that is an absolute ripper. In these conditions, no catch, in all seriousness, is easy to take in these conditions when it's blustery, under the lights. And look at this cock-a-hoot side coming off here. Secret Harbour and Pinjarra, they're in disbelief.
Don't you just love seeing a purple sporting side strutting off like that, lazy?
Look, I don't
It's
mind
fantastic.
Secret Harbour, but any other purple sporting side, no, I despise it. As we see the cheeky wicket keeper coming off last. As umpire Chris Baker coming off here. Courageous of him getting through the innings, but talk us through it, Snout. 62 on the board, 63 to win. A low total, but surely they should be able to eat this one up. And Secret Harbour, in my opinion, one hand on the cup, or do you disagree?
Well, no, I agree, but I think the only way that they can be beaten is if Fraser Hay gets out in the first over. So with very few on the board, and he exposes the rest of the team. But that's a big if, because Hay has been in some magnificent form. Yeah, I think that all comes down to Fraser Hay. If he bats 3 or 4 overs, he's going to be 30. So, you know, if he gets 30, the game's going to be pretty much done, isn't it? So, but yeah, it's fantastic performance from Secret Harbour. Fielded well, bowled really well, captained fantastically. So, yeah, well done to them.
And Captain Phil Craig's dream run in the PPL continues, doesn't it? Thanks to Retravision, a massive grand final tonight. So 63 set to win. We'll be right back after a short break with Marty Davis and John Wiley as we look at this run chase. As we see umpire Chris Baker just checking out his elbow here. I think could be end of his night tonight, John Wiley, but we'll be right back on Retravision Peel T20 Grand Final action. 63 to win is the run chase for Secret Harbour.
Welcome back to the Peel Premier League Grand Final. Secret Harbour chasing 63. And oh boy, umpires out there. Batters are strolling out, ready to go. The Pinjarra boys are up and about, hyping themselves up. Could be anything going on as the boys walk on, making sure the signs don't go off. Boy, oh boy, wowee, what's going to go on here?
Yeah.
John Wiley, give us your thoughts, halftime analysis, what's going on, what do you think is going to happen?
Well, I tell you what, it's fantastic performance by Secret Harbour, but what it all comes down to Fraser Hay. If Pinjarra can prize Fraser Hay out in the first over or two before he does any damage, well, they could be a sniff, but it's going to be a big ask. He's been in red hot form.
Call him a chili pepper because he's been red hot.
Yeah, if Fraser bats for 5 or 6 overs, I think it's going to be game over. But I look forward to it. They've got a pretty good attack. I imagine big Adam France will be sending them down. So
battle early on, as we can see France going to gear up from the Brewery end.
So lads, I need to get your tip from this point. I'm tipping Joe Duxbury to take a Michelle. He was just the fire in his eyes over here during the warm-up. He was warming up over near the Astronets on Peelwood 2 and then charging in. He almost set a new world record for his run-up size. Watch for him. And I'm tipping this is going to be an absolute nail-biter. It's going to go down to wickets. It's not going to be time. It's going to be really, really close. 8 or 9 down even. I'm still thinking Secret Harbour just. Your tip, John?
I'm tipping Secret Harbour, but
I want to know what was in that gravy.
Yeah. No, I think Secret Harbour will get it done pretty easily, mate.
What was in that gravy? What has Tim Lee's been eating during the halftime break? My tip, Secret Harbour easily, as Fraser Hay gets gearing up to go against Adam France. C'est la vue. As France gears into Hay, just playing nicely, playing steadily, knowing they've got not much to play with. Knowing they can do and play a steady innings, play a standard innings. As Hay went, no. I think that's French for no. Still trying to learn back up my year 7 French in primary school. John Wiley, this is going to be a wild, wild ride as France in from the Brewery enter Hay. Down leg, and that ball's rolling along. Those aren't runs you want. 5 wides. Not what you need at this stage of the game.
It's not the start you really want, mate, is it? You really need to be on the pegs. You need to be taking wickets, and unfortunately, Big Hoot has got that a little bit wrong there. Just sliding down there.
58 needed now.
Yeah, Secret Harbour will take that every day of the week.
Easy runs and not having to work for them. But Hay's got some anger, got some aggression in his eyes by the field, and he knows that he needs to put on the display as he comes in. Does France from Brewery and how you do it? Bingo, bango, second bowl in, and that's a maximum, the first maximum of the Peel Premier League Grand Final. And has scored second highest scorer, I feel, is Fraser Hay of the game.
That was stand and deliver, wasn't it, mate?
Boom. Gives me David Warner T20 debut vibes, just going bang early.
Bingo, bango.
Bingo, bango. What's it that Leezy was saying the other week? Shakalaka? Boom shakalaka, there it is. As France into Hay, trying to cut it, dot ball. Bit of Expelliarmus with that one. The man in the suit going his own ways, and I'm loving it. Loving the vibe, the energy the commentary box is giving tonight. We miss Leesy's energy in here. As France brings it in to Hay. He's standing, delivering, going over the top. 1 bounce, 4 runs. They're a sixth of the way there now, John Wiley.
So what's that there? Is that 15 already, is it? 15 in the first day. What a start for the Dockers.
Quarter of the way there, nearly.
I know, it's an easy game when you got a bloke getting big bombs at the start of the,
You've
the
got
first over.
Hay chewing away at it. What does France do here? Slower ball, one on the feet, straight on the stumps.
I think a York is always good.
As the field gets changed, as Duxbury puts a man out and moo. Might as well just put him in the bloody... Oh, what is it? The servo at the back there, because Hayes looking to go large early because he's want to have a bit of fun. As France in from the Brewery end to Hay, he's swinging, it's a dot ball.
Geez, that's smart cricket from Hayes. Actually, seen they've got two out there, one at cow and another almost a square of cow, and he's just tried to hit that over the top of cover. He's got the ball he wanted, he just missed it.
I think it was a slower ball there from France, and what was needed. And France brings it in from the Brewery end to Hay. Trying to do a bit of dirty dancing, missing. End of the over, that's a big one. Sammy, how much off the over, mate?
15 off the over.
15. Huge.
Yeah, it's a good start, isn't it? It's just the start that the Dockers wanted.
And it might be the only time this year we see purple rain.
Well, Freo never starts well, mate, so it is unusual to see a Fremantle side, a Dockers side start well.
Starting, yeah, exactly. I'm saying, speaking about slow starts, Brisbane last year had a very slow start and we ended up winning the flag. So, here we go. What we're going to start off with here. The skipper said it's my time to shine. Leesy's up and about. Raising the table, get him going. As Duxbury steams in from the Rooster end. Edges, drop catch. Was there a catching opportunity there for Geary?
No, I think it bounced. I think it bounced just before, yeah.
Being kind indeed.
Being kind to him,
as Ash North, first ball faced, just gets a little tickle down the leg side. And Geary takes a good stop there as Duxbury into North, blocking, good length. Rooster. North just showing the full face of the bat there. And doing the almighty forward defence. Leesy was right when he was saying about Duxbury steaming in and looking ready to go. He's definitely going. And he's running in hard as he comes in from the Rooster end. North just flicks it over the top of the big man in France as it rolls down. 2 gained. Lovely. Just tucking it away, a bit unconventional, but getting over it, man, the size of Adam France is not an easy feat.
Yeah, it wasn't a full-blooded shot, and he doesn't need to play them because he's got Fraser Hay at the other end smacking everything, so he can just afford to play himself in and no risks, Ash North.
As Duxbury's in to Ash North, just guarding it down. Fielder just finds it before it goes. Dot bowl, but getting that 2 and over isn't too shabby. Especially if North's getting from one end to Duxbury going at 2, and then you've got Hay up the other end to France, who is a game changer, just starting to launch. Could be all over Red Rover. Yeah. As Duxbury's into North again. Just getting on over the top of it. As the sounds of Hall's Head roar around here at Peelwood. They must be just excited to see cricket on a Tuesday night. On a lovely March day. Long weekend over. Finally got that little bit of a break from school, from work. A little rest day, reset, recover. And ready to go as Duxbury steams in from the Rooster end. To North, cutting, missing, dotting, Sammy Richards.
End of the second over, 2 from it with Ashley North on 2 and Fraser Hay on 10. Pinjarra a none for 12.
I don't think that's correct, Sammy, but we'll take it. None for 17, I feel. It was 15 off the first. I don't know how you minus runs in a game of cricket, but we'll take it. You're still learning. It's okay. That's what happens. Be a goldfish. Don't dwell on the mistakes, mate. You'll get us better for the next one. as Adam France looks to go for another over to the big man in Fraser Hay. Gets it up in that Yorker length, digs it out, drives it through the covers for 4 Bickeroonies. Just slowed up a little bit there in that outfield. We've been like that for a while.
Yeah, it is a big boundary out there too, mate, and into the breeze. But geez, he hit it crisply, didn't he? That's a beautiful shot. That is a pure cricket shot, isn't it?
That was beautiful. You can see the experience and the talent on show here from Fraser Hay. As the long strides of Adam France gets it in. Hay trying to just slash that one. Dot ball. You see them play the beautiful cricket shot, and it happens with every cricketer, and then they just play that one rash shot that you just are like, why are you doing that?
You can see what he's trying to do. Just look at the field here, mate. He's got there's a cow corner, and there's a forward square. He's probably only 30 or 40 metres to his right.
Just open. I agree. John Wiley in France into Haig, and there's this cheeky single. Big steam at the stumps there. Good backing up from the captain and Duxbury. But yeah, I can see what you're on about there with the massive offside field just open.
You're only allowed 2 people out in the power play, and they're fielding probably 30 metres from each other in their cow corner. They're obviously identified. Hay has been very strong in that area, but I think that Hay can probably hit it wherever he likes.
And knowing the slot that he's going to go as France in from Brewery End to North, just showing the full face of the bat, getting over it, trying to just push it away. Dot ball. And North doing his job. Being that rock down one end and saying, Phrase, you do you, mate. You do you. As France gets those big strides in with those nice long legs over the wicket, down to North, dotting it up. Dot ball there, a bit of an effort ball from France, coming from the Brewery End. 5 off the over.
See that? Soups and chips.
Lovely cricket game, this is cricket. 5 off the over. Done for 2 off 3.
Great start, mate. Great start from Secrets. Exactly what they wanted. No wickets going at over 7 over. Yeah, and importantly, Fraser Hay still at the crease and looking very dangerous.
And the skipper looks to take the big scalp, keeping himself on from the Rooster and the go against the big man in Fraser Hay. Duxbury versus Hay. Rooster and Retravision, Hill Cricket. T20 final, gets stop ball first up, lovely. The eagerness. The captain's wanting to say, boys, jump on my back, let's try and win this. There's a chance.
Yeah, no, I like it, mate. But he'd like another 50 or 60 runs in the bank, I'd reckon. They're really up against it, but they just really need a wicket this over. They've got to get Fraser Hay out. Give themselves any chance. Sure. Oh, he's trying his best, isn't it? But you see what's happening here, mate. See that pitch? It's just been kicking up, isn't it? You can just see. Even Fraser Hay, with all the way sort of form he's in, he's struggling to hit that ball.
It's just from that end.
Yeah.
always from that end.
Yeah.
Fraser Hay. Looking for it, no run. Andy over here from Duxbury. Gearing up for another ball. Going for it. Whack.
He's swinging hard, isn't he? He gets hold of that. That's into the pavilion here.
Going back to the top of his mark. Ready to go with eight. Look, puck stuck on here at Millwood. Steams in. Driving
Shot.
down. Running for the one. Rotating the strike by the end of the over. Right off it. Here you from your semi.
End of the fourth over, one from it with Ashley North on 2 and Fraser Hay on 16. Pinjarra are none for 23.
23 here, John. Well, what's going on? What do you think's gonna
Well,
Jarrett's first ball?
well, mate, if I'm captain of Pinjarra, I'd be changing things up. I'll be bringing spin on, definitely. I think that's what they're doing now. I think they've just got to make things happen. Just got to change things up.
Bring it in. Upward. The man in the bright yellow shoes and bowling. Bring it in, getting it over Cannon.
Oh,
And Hay says, go to the servo, get me a cheese bag and a Coke, no sugar. Catch you later, buddy. What a shot, Johnny Wiley.
yeah, it's a minute. The ball had a bit of sauce on it, mate. But geez, I got to say, he's absolutely hit that right out of the screws.
Again, hit the star.
What's that, mate? No. Shot. What a wonderful shot, Marty. Just good feet there, isn't it? Just rocking back onto his back foot there, giving himself a bit of room and picking the gap and hit it out just in front of us. What a beautiful shot. Showing all his class here.
Ready to go. Yeah.
let's face it, I don't know. All the fruit groups are in full swing. In from the northern end, got Pinjarra.
Yep. Yeah, well, you're looking at the score, and 35, they're well over halfway, mate. So the way Fraser Hayes hitting the ball, this could be all over another 3 or 4 overs, mate. He's looking in a ravenous mood to score runs.
Not a bad one. Let's just take the game away nice and early. Take the doubt away, and here we go again. Duxbury, skipper for the Jarrah, comes in from the northern end. Hay goes big and straight over long off. Couple of bounces, just retrieved inside the boundary line. And unlike me to over-exaggerate a call there, bit of a 9-9 in the end, John.
It did look good off the bat, though, didn't it? But maybe not as he didn't hit as well as what we initially thought.
As Mud
Oh.
massive shot coming around for Pinjarra, trying to take the catch, and he's just bounced over the top. And speaking of fines,
I do feel for the young man, though, Leesy, because it's very, very hard to judge the high balls under these lights. He made a good fist of it, but just ran under it.
yes, Darnley, the unlucky fella, right near the boundary line as Duxbury comes in again. As Hay plays it through cover, and the ping from the Pinjarra fielder was pretty good. Snout.
That was a great bit of work, mate. Really good. I think Ash North might have been just short of his ground there.
And we weren't sure whether it was going to come to fruition, but the old adage of you got to lose one to win one could be on point tonight. Secret Harbour, I said they had one hand on the cup at the halfway point. At the moment, the champagne's popped and they're starting to fill it up. We're almost at that point as Duxbury again pitched up outside off, driving, and they just get a dot ball. So pretty tidy, really, but I just feel like this man down here near the boundary, Thomas, he's a key. And his left arm tweakers could be pretty handy in this situation, John. Looks like they're sticking with Foley. Looking like Michael Jackson tonight with the yellow shoes. Just needs the one glove to go with it.
I think it's time for a change. I think they just need to keep changing things up to make things happen, mate. You know, give guys one over spells. If they get hit for a few, doesn't matter. Just got to keep trying things.
I still remember back when the format first started and when I was involved in the regional junior talent stuff, Snout, we talked about that very thing in T20s, as that one's back foot cover driven straight to the fielder, dot ball, and Hay, geez, he does look ravenous. He's like he's at the Sizzler, all you can eat, and he's tucking in. Foley comes in right arm over the wicket from the southern end. Hay, boom, through mid-wicket, tidy fielding down there. Not sure if Martin Davis would have made that kind of ground back in his day, even 20 years ago.
Absolutely no chance, mate.
When he was 6. Geez, I'm getting old, John.
Tell me about it.
Hang on, I still feel 8. Don't grow up, it's a trap. Tez is still 12. That's why we get along so well. Comes in again, and that's a short ball, half tracker. And there's a hole in his bat, John. That was a bit of a freebie. Misses out. Who would you bring on? Or as I was saying before with that talent stuff, is first 4 overs, 4 different bowlers. Foley, right arm over. And that one was a nice tweaker, outside off. Good rip and fizz. Dot ball through to gully.
I'd bring on Josh Thomas. I'd bring on Jamie Lee. Just try different things, mate. I mean, if you just never know what's going to happen. It's a funny old game.
There was a spy earlier saying that Jamie Lee was going to bowl, but they must have been off point. As Foley just gives it a bit of air, well bowled, driving defensively to mid-off and dot ball. So Secret Harbour watchful in this over, but they look like they're on their way to be our champions. But do Pinjarra have an ace up their sleeve yet? As Foley, well bowled, outside off, good leg break, dot ball. That's the end of the over. And 42 gone now. And Duxbury's continuing. And John, I stirred him up before the game saying he underbowled himself. So do you reckon I've had a bit of a hand in him backing himself in with his 4 tonight? I'm claiming it.
You probably had a little bit to do it, I think, but not that.
Did I say 7 for? I said close to that. Did I say 9? Nah, I said 7. So he's not going to take that, but I might have said Michelle.
You said Michelle.
Michelle Pfeiffer. So he's going to have to take a double hat-trick. A triple hat-trick even. And I just had a good friend, Tony King, if you're listening, Kingy. He recorded his first ever 5-ball hat-trick the other day, Snout. Pitched up on middle stump, forward defensive.
Kingy was bowling and he got it.
Nah, just from a scorecard that he was entering for his new club, Kean Park. And you know what he's like. He's a stats guru.
Yes.
He's entered many a scorebook over his day.
Yes.
So the first time ever he's entered a hat-trick, which was 5 wickets in a row. So is that a triple?
It's got to be a triple.
Yeah.
Got
so
to
he's never done one before.
No,
he was quite excited.
Wouldn't be too many have.
I know, right? Duxbury in from the northern end. Hay goes bang down to long on.
Unlucky.
Oh, and the fielders come in. Hodgetts right at his ankles. And he's leaked a boundary and not a good time to do it.
Tough one though, Leesy. The ball was absolutely screaming at him and he's run in flat out and it's right at his ankles, as you say. I'd rather him do that.
Is it Hodgetts down there? Oh, it's Darling. Apologies.
Yeah.
Unlike me to get one wrong. And Tezza straight in the binoculars.
Yes, he loves his
With
Pinjarra
a bit of
boys.
fire under him.
Yes.
Look, he's a bit grumpy tonight, and for good reason. His team's not doing so well in the second half of this contest. He's respectfully grumpy all the time, though. Just always respectful. I kind of feel like Tezza's almost like my old school teacher, you know. I've got to pull my head in every now and then. No, I didn't say old. You hear what you want in this world. So
Tezza's been pretty excited about Collingwood on the weekend, though.
Let's not talk about that.
They beat the high-flying Richmond.
Oh, let's go. So Joe Duxbury here. He's been pretty valiant tonight, hasn't he? He'd be desperate to take one here just to get something going for his team. He's got 2 out on the leg side and a sweeper out on the off, and that's outside off dot ball. That's a good start. They need to start seeing that red dot with a W in it.
Yes. Well, they've only got 15 or 16 runs to play with, mate, so they've got to start doing it fast.
Put us in the other dugout if you're in the purple at the moment, sitting pretty comfy.
I reckon the champagne is just about to be cracked, mate. I reckon they're not far away.
If you're batting in that bottom 6, I reckon you're grinning. There's Duxbury. Oh, geez, that one's popped off a length. And he's just played it through to cover point area and no run. And just a bit of frustration there you can see from Duxbury. Probably hasn't been enough of that, but I think Secret Harbour have bowled better and more consistent areas, haven't they?
Yeah, they certainly have. Yeah, no, they were, particularly their openers, they were outstanding, weren't they? They're just getting wickets for fun in the power play.
So Pinjarra in from the northern end again and driving just off the inside of the bat is North, and being a watchful innings, hasn't it, Snout, as we get a score check from Sam Richards.
End of the 8th over. 5 from it with Ashley North on 3 and Fraser Hay on 39. Secret Harbour a none for 47.
Thank you, Sam. And Sam's going to get his head around his post-match interview very soon, Snout. At the moment, who would you be picking as a potential player of the match or someone that's been an impact player that perhaps Sam could interview? We have thrown Khan's name around, Fraser Hay as well. Is there anyone that we've missed? I'll get you to answer that in a second. As Foley in again, leg spinner. It's short and it's spun and he's just missed it, Hay. Well bowled.
What about Phil Craig, the Dockers skipper?
Great choice.
Because he's won the toss and batted where a lot of wouldn't.
Bowled, you mean?
That's what I meant, yeah.
As Foley comes in again from the southern end. Good leg break and on the back foot, Hay just swats it like a fly down to the cover sweeper. Thomas comes around. Neat fielding and how's that rocket arm?
Yeah, and also his Phil's theory on going more with a seam than spin. You know, we see a lot of spin do really well here. But they've gone predominantly seam and it's worked for them really well.
Yeah, you're right. It's been master stroke captaincy and Phil Craig, I believe he's captaining in D grade this year. So it's a phenomenal effort for him to shoot up, be club captain in the A grade T20s. Surely you strut in on Thursday night. You own the joint if you win tonight.
Yeah, you'd think the clubs be buying the beers for you, particularly next week if they win.
Foley comes in from the southern end, pitches up, and nice shot by North. Just releases the shackles a little bit, plays it down to deep mid-wicket, but that's all he's got to do, isn't it? Snout. Strike rate at the moment low for North, but really he's just strapped in and had a pretty good show to watch in Fraser Hay.
Absolutely. He's doing a perfect job, Ash North here. He doesn't have to go full Travis Head, does he? He's just got to knock him round. All these, what's he, 4 off 19 balls.
So Foley in again, leg spinner. They get a single. Geez, this would be a remarkable chase. None down. It'd be a huge win.
It's comprehensive, isn't it?
It'd be our biggest win so far if they do it. Foley comes in again. From the Brewery end, it's a big shot straight up in the air. North, he's thrown his hand and they've put it down. And Sacre Bleu is the shout from Martin Davis. I've been after some French all night and France has put it down. That is not crepes fresh in Paris.
That's all snails.
That's all snails. I can't believe I'm getting material for Martin Davis now. I think the transition is complete. Is he Anakin or is he actually Luke, though? I'm still to work it out.
Thank you, everyone.
But, that's demoralising, isn't it, for a Pinjarra point of view? If your head wasn't already down, let's have a look around at this body language. It's been a tricky night for Pinjarra tonight, hasn't it? As a captain, sometimes you just go, look, it's not our night.
Oh, sometimes you just got to take your medicine and say, we were thoroughly outplayed. We're the second best team.
And they have implemented pretty flawlessly tonight, haven't they, Secret Harbour?
Been fantastic tonight, yeah.
And Phil Craig did say that they haven't even mentioned last year, but then I know I've gone past a few Secret Harbour people. There's plenty of them that have mentioned losing last year as a real burning desire for this year, as that's back foot cover driven for a dot ball. What do you reckon, Snout? You got to lose one to win one?
Oh, not necessarily cricket, I don't reckon, but
Hodgett's in again, right arm over the wicket, and that's played nice and commandingly down to long on for the single.
I think footy helps, but cricket, I don't think so much. I think footy is a lot more on attitude and rah, that sort of stuff. With cricket, maybe not so much. I think generally with cricket, the best team wins.
I'd love to see the stats, and Tezza may even know this, but I wonder what their named 12 was. Might get Sam Richards and Marty onto that for Secret Harbour last year. I'm interested to see how many of these players played in last year's grand final for Secret Harbour, because I feel like there's a lot in the team as they get the single. Just doing it easily at the moment off Hodgetts. He's coming in again from the northern end. It's the Retravision PPL, the Peel Premier League T20 grand final as North. Just nicks one, and France had a shy at the bowler's end, and that's buys. Another one for the fines book. But yeah, if you retain 8 or 9 players in that grand final that loses, I really do. I think it just kind of can help you on those Tuesday nights when you don't want to train. As Hay goes, boom, straight down long on's throat. And Darnley takes a ripper. That was moving. It's like a tracer bullet, John Wiley.
Mate, if he doesn't catch that, that goes for 6, and it's probably only got 10 or 12 feet in the air. He's absolutely moosed that. But unfortunately for Fraser Hay, it's gone straight to the fielder Darnley down there. He took a good catch. He didn't get his hands on one a couple of overs ago, but made a good fist of that one.
Well, I tell you what, if you were in a Grand Slam tennis tournament, that is game, set, match. He swatted that, cross-batted. But that bat is a nice stick as we get the thumbs up from Fraser Hay. What a performer tonight. He's a massive contender for player of the match, isn't he?
He's pretty much player of the tournament, I reckon, mate, if we had one.
Yes, there's only four players. No, Phil Craig definitely played last year. It's definitely 5. So there's only about half the side in there, John. So you're on the money there. There's a lot of new faces. So, but I think as a group, it must be very satisfying. This is their first A-grade premiership if they can get it over the line, John. So what a night this could be down at, well, Golden Bay and Secret Harbour tonight. Front foot defence. New batsman at the crease. As Frogbox is still catching up. And that's the over down. So 3 off the over. 56 is our total. 9 overs down, is it?
Yep. 9 overs down, 10.
And that's 10 overs. I'm going to throw it back to Martin Davis. Bring us home, Marty.
It's been a rock and roll and roller coaster here. A game of everything. And we see Foley come in for the, hopefully not the last over, but this has just been a weekend, a week for Secret Harbour. Like Leezy was saying, Golden Bay and Secret Harbour's party on. Foley looks to keep it down as he goes into North. Just edging it over. A member of last year's team is Ash North. John Wiley. It's been a rock and rolling game. As Foley in, Loaches up. Hitting him on the top of the leg. John Wiley.
That wicket in the last over is just a little bit too late, isn't it? They would have liked that in the first over.
You would have needed that in the first half a dozen bowls.
Yep, just to give him some hope.
As Foley launches that one up. Ash North looking the goods, opening the wrists up. His flicky action. Ball in wrists. He's looking nice out there. Played his innings that he needed to, knowing that Fraser Hay was going to be that solid base that you needed. As North launches it up. Thomas goes num 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 num. Gobbles it up. And talked up North, and that's a commentator's curse. If I've ever seen it. As Foley gets a wicket. Lazy, quick question while we're waiting for... As North goes up and Jamil runs onto the middle. Have you had a wicket tonight? 1 wicket. Unlucky champ. As we see Jamil... I'm glad I'm bringing humour to the team. Something new, something fresh. And we love to see it. John Wiley. It's been a great game, great time. What is it? About 7 runs to go.
Yep. Like I said just previously, mate, just too little too late, isn't it? All like this in the first over or two, particularly the wicket of Fraser Hay.
Big wicket there of Fraser Hay.
Yeah, he was fantastic tonight. Again, Fraser.
Another
Bat and ball.
40 odd?
He would have got 40 odd, yeah.
Another handy score, which was needed, much needed. As Foley goes to Jamil. Hits the top of the leg. No appeal. Why is no one going up? Might as well just go for a shout. Never know what the umpire could say. As Tim Lees is just doing a whole lot of signals. As Foley launches, tries to go. The appeal's there like we're asking. No. Umpire does the cheeky one. Hand out of pocket. Click on the clicker. End of the over. 2 for 56. John Wiley.
Not sure what he was appealing for there, mate.
I think they were wanting the LBW, or it was an under edge, then it was dropped down the other end as we got the... Scott Hodgetts looks like he's coming on again. No, he gets through his overs quickly and just hopefully it doesn't go for 7. And the Harbour boys are saying, boys, there's still a chance here. We got it. And Pinjarra's like, there might be a chance for us to win now. We've got 2 quick wickets. That hit a spot. Where did that come from? It's doing everything out here, as Leesy would say. It's hit a spot. Oh, I've loved every moment here. And I keep going. As we've got Hodgetts in. What? He's hit us. John Wiley, please explain. The once Pauline Hanson said his buys are cold. What are we seeing in front of our eyes?
It looks like the ball's all of a sudden just started doing all sorts. That's just looks like it exploded off the length. I think it's gone down the leg side. It hasn't been called wide, just been called buys.
I think the umpire's thinking, what's going on? As Hodgetts into Jamil. Exactly that. Don't rub it. I'm speechless here. The bowl's doing a bit of everything. It's hitting the same length. It either shoots up or cannons straight into the pads. Hodgetts in from the rooster end to Jamil. Tucks it around the legs, puts it to bed. Bit of a mix-up. Communication low, but single in. As the peanut gallery goes off in the stands. Peanut slap. He likes the Whitakers, does Mr. Lees. Hopefully the staff at Oakwood are thinking, what do we get, Mr. Lees? 5 to win. Just getting right up there, right in the front. 5 to win. One boom shakalaka, as Leesy would say. The boys are like, nah, let's just keep it going. Hodgetts finishes that over. Bit of everything in that over. The ball's doing its own thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's bowling leggies or offies, mate, to be honest. He normally bowls leggies, but I think he's bowling off spin at the moment. Looks like it's bowling hand grenades. It's just exploding everywhere. Where was this earlier?
I don't know. As Thomas comes in from the brewery end, a little too late, I feel. Thomas into Ahmed. Ahmed trying to cut it, no run. Thomas really getting the going. The sniffers are there. They're going a little bit of a sniff. Thomas to Ahmed. Dot ball. Dots are brewing up.
The scoring has stopped to a trickle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Since Hayes been dismissed.
They only need 5 runs, but boys, it's almost bedtime. Thomas into Ahmed. Goes for a wild swing, no run, hold back.
just very quickly, heard the old bring him on from both ends call from the grandstand, and I tell you what, it didn't go down well. Bit of tension over at the grandstands, John.
Get the pot belly on. There's a bit of fire going. And there's a call gone. Jamil caught. Tries to actually go for a shot, trying to guide it down gully, and he just guides it straight into the keeper of Geary's hands. It's not meant to be hit there. Another wicket, 2-1. M. Davis gets the call. Mr. Lees, unlucky. As Davenant Jays brings it in, hopefully to guide their team in for a win. And the Golden Bay Secret Harbour area party time down at Rhonda Scarrett. Bring your flag into Rhonda Scarrett. First A-grade premiership is the Cole. They don't have an A-grade side this year, I've set to believe. So the B-grade outfit up against the A-graders. Up to A's next year. After this performance, I can see why. I've faced one of the scorers this year. He's a handy bowler in Bailey. Very handy bowler. Getting it in. But right now we got Jay Thomas in to Davenant Jays. Just leaving outside off. I'm going to watch. Gary's hoping another one can just be guided into his hands like that one from John Wiley. Your thoughts at the end of the over as Thomas brings it in to Davenant Jays and the Brewery end, and where's the chat there? Ahmed's just not in with it by the looks of it, but he's just trying to think, well, boy oh boy, I'm looking forward to this win.
Yeah, I would like to have seen this fight from the Penny boys a little while ago. Jeez, they went quiet, didn't they, when Fraser Hay was whacking them around, but just shows how important the wicket of Fraser Hay would have been.
Yep.
If they could have got him out early, you know, Penny would have been a real sniff here. But they were just a few runs short, weren't they?
Yeah, a few runs short, and you would think that Hay wicket early could have flipped this game on its head. We said at the start that Hay was a big wicket and was a strong player, but I don't think Penny were bowling the right lengths to him, or just couldn't find the answer. And didn't put that man deep on the offside early enough. As we see Hodgetts to go against Davenant Jays, the spinners up against each other. I'll get your opinion when we can, John. Who you think man of the match is? As Davenant Jays gets it straight to Foley down your throat. Num 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 num. Gobbles that up. I think I've won too many times. Really thought pie and sauce, and only 4 needed. Straight in it, easy pickings. And here we got Seidel walking in open last week. Here we go. The Coles there. The turntables.
Geez, I would like to see another 20 or 30 runs, Lazy. It would have been game on then, wouldn't it?
Get him over the rope and we'll see what happens. 254 for the Aussies. If you're just tuning in to the Peel Premier League T20 Grand Final score here, 4 for 58, 59. Sorry. Looking on the screen, it's a bit difficult some days, but we've got Hodgetts looking up against Seidel from the Rooster end. One swing of the bat and it's all over. Fat lady singing. The disco is dancing. He's taking baby out the corner. As Hodgetts into Seidel, he's thinking it. Dot ball, trying to go down on one knee.
I suppose you think so. I get one in the middle there. We win the game. We win the tournament.
Yep. Hodgett Seedle getting over the top of it. Dot ball. Runs dried up. We can see that these batsmen in there are just saying, go, go, go. He tries again. Does that hit the helmet? Is that another one on the helmet for the maxi? Dot ball still. Full to go. It's an interesting game cricket some days, Johnny. As Hodgetts comes in to Seedle, goes over the top, and the ball's going, it's just stopping before the line. Three ran, one to win. I feel Foley was thinking, let's just kick it over. Just get the game done. Scores are tied. With 6 wickets still in hand. Could be the collapse of all collapses. Super over. As Hodgetts into Ahmed dances down the wicket. There it is, Secret Harbour. You are the Peel Premier League champions for 2024-25. Oh boy, what a tournament we've seen here today. All year round. John Wiley, your synopsis, your analyst, your views on the game.
Well, very comprehensive, mate, from Secret Harbour. Set up by their opening bowlers, Hay and Khan. They were absolutely fantastic to skittle Pinjarra for 62. And in the chase, Fraser Hay just did exactly what he needed to do. 39 off 30 odd or around there. And Pinjarra just couldn't take the wickets that they needed to early on. So, well done to Secrets. Well-deserved winners.
Winners are grinners, exactly. And Pinjarra put in a nice fight at the end there. It was very much comprehensive win there for Secret Harbour, getting redemption for 2023-24. And the redemption arc is complete. The B grade side gets the win against the A graders. The little dogs, the underdogs get it against the big dogs in Penny as they look to lick their wounds and reassess, ready to launch again for next year. As we're waiting for him to come across, many thanks to everyone involved in the production, involved in everything that is Peel cricket. To Tim Lees, the man with the mic, the voice of Peel cricket. Thanks for getting me involved and getting along this tournament. As I think we're going to throw over to the man in Tim Lees in just a moment. We'll have a chat with the skippers. So here we go. T Lees with the man in Duxbury, the Pinjarra captain. Over to you, Leesy.
Just got tracking Phil Craig down. He's going to be doing that interview very quickly. But before the victorious Secret Harbour Dockers go, always hard to talk straight after a loss. But in the end, probably not enough runs on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. They took their chance as well. They bowled well and then they went out with a good intent and it paid off for them. Yeah, didn't take our chances.
And we were just talking before, John Wiley over there, he's played a few games as captain as well. We're talking about sometimes, some nights, you've got to give credit to the opposition. They outplayed you. Where did you think things started to go offline for you tonight?
I think it's just we didn't score enough runs, did we? So after that, it's hard to only defend 64. I think we tried our best. We created some chances early, but yeah, just not enough runs on the board to start with.
Fraser Hay, pretty explosive with his hitting as well. Phil Craig about to come over, have a bit of a yarn as well. From a captain's perspective, he backed his team in with the ball, and a bit of a surprising choice, but it seemed to pay off for him.
Yeah, I mean, if they wanted to chase whatever they could keep us to, then fair play to him. Fraser batted really well, as he did in the semi-final, so yeah, we weren't surprised that he was going to go out hard, but yeah, we created our chances, like I said, and just didn't come off for us. So
Can we reflect on Pinjarra's T20 campaign? Magnificent, mate. You made it here again. Such a proud club. You seem to have a wicked culture within your group. But yeah, lick your wounds tonight, get around it and concentrate on the run home for the 50 overs now.
Yeah, so that's our season done, but we had a really good Tuesday night comp. Really enjoyed it again, so hats off to the PCA for that one. And yeah, we hope to see it all next year and hopefully go one more better.
Unlucky tonight. Joe Duxbury, captain of Pinjarra. Good luck for the rest of the season, mate. And well done tonight. I thought you bowled pretty tightly as well. Let's get Phil Craig over here. Look at this big grin on his face.
Just for the record, mate, I was captain of C grade last year, not D grade.
No, it's this year, isn't it? D grade?
B's, mate.
B's up to B's.
Yeah,
Jeez.
top of the table and B's.
Look, he's already had his mail on me, Marty Davis. Get over here with that mic. But Sam's going to come over here now. Sam, can you come over with that microphone? Now, I don't know if you've caught a few of the broadcasts, Phil, but by the sounds of it, every time I put my foot in it, the Purple Army get around me. But Sam's just going to ask you a few questions about the game. That one, Phil.
Cheers.
What did you think was the turning point for your side tonight?
I think the turning point was we made use of the new ball, getting the two openers pretty cheaply, as well as Adam. I knew they were the big key wickets, as well as getting Jamie Lee cheap. I knew we could control it. It was holding up out there. It's a tough wicket to bat on, as you've seen late, but holding them to a small total was probably the key.
How proud are you of your team's performance under pressure tonight?
Oh, really good, you know. I love playing for Fraser Harbour. Really good. Everyone performed really well. It was brilliant out there. No drop catches. Everyone just put their hand up, and it was really good.
Any words to the fans who have come down here tonight, or anyone who's watching on Frogbox?
Oh yeah, I didn't do the shout out today, but I shout out to my mates on the blokes chat. They wanted a shout out before, so I'll give them a shout out. And to all the members that come down and watch us, it was brilliant. And yeah, no, not yet. But yeah, we're looking forward to going back to the clubhouse tonight and having a few beers and celebrating. Thanks, mate.
What's happening coming forward for your team? What's the plans now?
We've still got a couple of games left. We've in our Bs we finished top of the table, so we've still got the finals on the cards. So hopefully we can take out the premiership and then move forward into A grade as a club and go from there.
Well, thank you for your time and good luck.
No worries, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, Phil. They're all calling for you. Get over there, mate. Get amongst it. Mate, I was trying to talk you up. It would have sounded better if you were D grade. I love it. Big shout out to Secret Harbour. Been massive supporters. Marty, quickly, as we get our presentation going. Magnificent words. Phil, he's just so well spoken. Same with Sammy there. Magnificent interview. But what are your thoughts after overhearing that from Phil Craig? And
Brilliant.
Just look down that lens because people want to see your beautiful face.
I don't know if you want to call it beautiful, but that was inspirational. A true leader and a true experience bloke, knowing how to play cricket and knowing what cricket's all about, especially at the community level, playing with your mates and getting them around everyone. And Fraser Harbour, that's a new one.
I wonder how many ducks he's scored in his career. And do you like how straight away his first thing was to feed it to me for getting something wrong?
Absolutely. Love it.
It's becoming a bit of a tradition. I like it.
Hey, look, we all get things wrong at the end of the day. Let's just be a goldfish. Let's not dwell on our mistakes, Mr. Lees. Let's not dwell on them and let's be that goldfish as presentations start to begin.
I could just quickly get Sam. Quickly, Sammy. No, he's the boys. Oh, look at Snout. He's already got
his on his phone, checking
look
his...
at Tez and John. Look at them with holding their phones right back because they can't see their phones very well.
The youth these days. Always on their phones.
All right, we'll throw it back over to the presentations. They're happening now. But Secret Harbour, T20 champions, they're taking home A-grade silverware. Marty Davis.
Chockies for them.
Magnificent to be involved. Thank you to Carl Sanders, ESA Sports, Retravision, the Peel Premier League. Just
the
keeps
Peel
going
Cricket Association in general.
Just strength to strength. Big shout out to Ash Wybon, Ben Draco, and all the team here at Hall's Head. Magnificent support at a neutral venue. This kind of broadcast just can't happen without that kind of community support. Big shout out to our main man, John Wiley, the Peel Maestro.
The Snout.
Magnificent season again. And I tell you what, his name is spreading. He's becoming part of the furniture. Who knows?
And most importantly, thanks to Tim Lee's media, getting it going with the broadcast and giving some young men and some nice wise heads bit of a jet start and getting this competition up and going, but brilliant work by the looks of it. It looked like Wackus Khan getting man of the match, which I think is well deserved.
Khan is the man. Not too sure. There was people questioning whether he had the ability, but straight away I think he... No, I've just made him...
You thought he can't?
See, I know, it's hard, isn't it?
You thought he can't?
You stumbled on it.
I stumbled too, but it was
we're going to give up before we get even further behind. Tim Lee signing out on the mic. Marty Davis with me. We'll catch you next time.
The Pum and Bill is off.
Until next season, it's the Peel Premier League. Retravision signing out. See you next time. Double-decker bus. Oh, what about the 2 planes? Oh, the Nigerian, I don't know if you do. Cut his arm with